So we're going to set the old god and the character, but we're going to randomize everything else. So with that said, yeah, we just need to defeat STE. The blue gem riddle we'll kind of do on the side. I mean, there'll still be a video on its own, but I'll do it on the side. I think what I will do as I get into quick play here, so let me just remember, exquisite taste, really, that's all we're trying to do. But we are Toshiaki, so I guess we're doing Zectast, exquisite taste, and character-specific perks. Never mind, I lied. No, actually I want to do Ath, so that's a lie. That's right, I want to choose the god as well. Ath will provide some W's here, if I'm doing this correctly, because I'm looking at OBS and I'm like, oh noes. But, here we're going to do some Toshiaki things. So without further ado, yeah, Toshiaki into Exquisite Taste, which is kind of going to interfere with things a little bit, but we get to choose the god, and yeah. So as we get into, actually, Ath, Exquisite Taste, character exclusive Toshiaki, we're choosing Ath specifically because if we get a spill, some of their costs result in Doom, and that's exactly what Toshiaki has. A lot of Doom to spend. Takshisan, Strength, Second Mystery, Light, Dexterity, and maybe a Knowledge check? But essentially we're losing upwards of 9 Stamina, possibly even 3 Reason if we don't get a Light Source, but that'll depend on my mysteries. As for Exquisite Taste, I think there's like, I think we do have to just prepare. I would like to rest for STE, that kind of messes with things for a moment, actually. No, we want the thing because we want to still survive. Toshiaki is very, very open to dying to the thing. Yeah, Exquisite Taste is basically, the game just happened to randomize one of the few backstories that's going to interfere with me doing STE things, but I'll deal with it. So, yeah, that means we have to run to STE a bit more normally, because we can't really... Actually, do I want to grab the book strap? I do want to grab it. I think I'm still going to add rest here. Maybe we turn this into an escape run, kind of. We can use these things, but... And also that's not Ath, because I think that's because Protective Carving is a newer spell, and so obviously Ath came at the very beginning of the game when it was in early access, which results in some funny business that is, hey, Protective Carvings was added, but then it doesn't interact with Ath for whatever reason. Anywho, we'll take experience and move on. So since I enabled the rest, we can definitely run to STE. Are we going to survive? That's going to be a different question. Not having the bookstrap hurts Toshiaki quite a lot. Ramen, Coma, Footage, Kana, and Arms. But when we have Kana with us, things are a lot better. But for the moment, also keeping in mind that we don't have any funds on us at the moment, which is why I said this might turn into an escape run. But let's find out, right? So, we can immediately get STE, that's the first good thing. The second good thing is that even maybe on well, actually no, I think this is all negatives on Exquisite Taste. I guess technically the positive you can think about is that, oh, I never use more than 2 locations, or I don't need more than 2 locations in every location anyway. Even though that's kind of not true, depending on the character, it's prepared. But it can be true because, yeah, if you're like Moriko or Mimi, you don't really need their personal items. And then police station is pretty much a gimme anywhere unless you like using the cult shop or the dog shop. So technically, yeah, there are some gives and takes here and there, but for the most part, you're not really using too many sublocations. You don't need to is the more accurate phrase. But as we continue moving onward to save Kana here, I am worried about a thing, and we just happen to run the Time Warper here. We have Protective Carvings and Kana, so all things considered, I can afford to kind of just eat this in the face, especially since we made rest available. So I guess I would still rather like rest, because although I'm pretty sure the Toshiaki's bookstrap is better, if a freak accident, it's not impossible to use the bookstrap and still eat a bunch of damage, even though we have Kana and Protective Carvings on us right now, but it's because of that. That's more a general help. That also helps the fact that I'm only using rest and no bookstrap. So, but I won't argue that bookstrap arguably provides more use than probably rest, especially since Toshiaki can get Cure of Cure. I keep flubbing the end of that spell or perk's name, so I just call it Cure. But Toshiaki has Cure, and that's not as efficient as regular resting, but when you get Fetid Fumes or you're on Goizo, Cure provides its worth. Meanwhile, here in STE land, we do need to fight STE at some point. So I think we're going to do Footage into Arms. And we're crossing our fingers and hoping that we run into STE naturally. Now, I could just lower RNG and just grab Cure here. I think I'm going to do that, in fact. And yeah, we can't actually fight STE now. In fact, I might even want to, because in arms, I'm not gonna really have any other chance, because all my forced investigations are at the apartment after the one downtown investigation. But I guess we can wait, because I want the biggest reason I'm thinking of at the moment is if we complete the second mystery, we get a big bunch of experience, which will help out with getting a Toshiaki perk. Also max threat level village, but hopefully the force isn't high. If it is, I'm gonna cry. But we are sitting on about, well, now negative 35% doom. So hey, we get bloated. That doesn't do anything. I didn't visit the mansion twice for whatever reason, and into this forest we go, I guess. With the roads not being closed, though, we can kind of tank this in the moment. But at the same time, if I were playing any other character, like, the fact that this forest is as it is affects every character, not just Toshiaki, so... What you can say more against Toshiaki is that he fails a lot more events, so hey. Also, you know, I would have actually liked running shoes, but we're just going to escape for now. We're going to take more damage there than just running. Since we're on Ath, we might as well use the ability. And by Ath, I mean not Kathak. That's the more encompassing phrase. But anywho. I mean, more ones would be appreciated, but at that point, it's more... I mean, you do need some RNG, like when we rolled 11 here, to do the things I'm doing, but for the moment, we're perfectly fine. Also, again, we don't really need to use that. I would like strength, but if we can't get it, we can't get it. So this is an encounter I'd probably fight. Even if we only get 8 experience here, it could be a lot worse. In fact, we're guaranteed to get out next turn anyway, but if we hit both of these kicks, I don't have to waste time moving between the subscreens to use Desperate Action. Desperate Struggle, sorry. Now that's interesting as well, but I think... Actually, I think I'm going to reroll once or twice, just to see. If I can't get Thought Flash, then I guess we do take Shebs. Because all I really did there was waste Doom. We're still sitting on negative 2% Doom right now, but... yeah, that wasn't good. Still, though, we should be able to perfectly survive STE as long as we run into it in a timely manner. Although I would like Thought Flash at some point. So basically, level 3 is my last moment. There is a chance I don't roll it in a timely manner, so all things considered, I should have just kept moving on. But you don't often, like, especially since I already had a page before level 2, the chances of me getting Thought Flash there isn't quite low, especially after 1 or 2 rerolls, but if the game decides I don't want to see Thought Flash for 10 rerolls of level ups, then we don't see it. Well, 10 is a bit much, because by that time you would have taken enough perks for it to appear, but hey. So, I just realized I did not do STE things. I was supposed to stop in the middle of footage, but hey, we can do some investigations here. We can do some investigations here. But if STE decides not to come before the end of this mystery, then, well, we're going to have some issues. So I think there are about 2 investigations left. I'll know because this one... I remember the vanity text for this one, for arms the most. In that it says, oh, time to search through the vents. That's your cue that you're on the last investigation. Important because you have access to the full sub-town, or the town. So there's really no reason for you to be like, oops, I forgot to rest. Unless you just haven't been counting or don't know the vanity text for the thing. Also, I should have just gone for the Desperate Strike, but actually, no, it doesn't matter. We do need to rest, but I would like to rest later. So let's hold these protective carvings, and if I die, well, I die. Okay, now we can actually rest, so that's good for us. So we're gonna rest, like, a lot here, basically. We're gonna rest a lot. We're gonna... yeah, no, we will be fine. And then in the middle of STE, we'll cast Cure if need be. So, hey, hello there. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, no, I need to listen to the voice again to do it perfectly. But for the moment... So this is 2 reason, right? It is. Am I going to lose 2 stamina? I did. But for the moment, we're okay. We'll use Cure here. And again, we're sitting on 33% Doom, effectively. Also, we need to set our reason to 3. I forgot about that. I think we need to do this once. I think it's already counting, so it's fine for the moment. We set our reason to 3 because, haha, time to pull reverse Uno card. But I should just cast Cure, just to be sure. Yeah, set it to 3, but really... things. And then here we should survive. It should let us out. Yeah. Get out of here, STE, and then maybe we fight a boss. Yeah, fighting a boss with kicks, I mean, we're only taking 1 stamina damage, but we could have been in a better situation like this. This is mainly due to exquisite taste. I definitely would have been able to get a weapon here, but hey. I guess we'll kick our way out. We're only taking 1 stamina damage, thankfully. This normally does 3 damage on Harbinger, but I have Protective Carvings and Kana. Time to profit. I mean, I already told you what this run was going to entail, but seeing it played in action, I think is the, I wouldn't say lethargic. What's the word? Something. But, anywho. I shouldn't do that, by the way. If I had the book strap, I'd be able to do that, but hey. Anywho, we get to level up again. I would like Thought Flash. That would be a good little safety net. And, yep. Alright, cool. It's time to move on. I'm gonna actually heal Reason here. If I get 3 Frostbite somehow, or 2 flashbacks, time for me to lie down and think about my life choices. But I do have Sheb's Surge, kind of, to try and avoid a tragedy like that. But we'll see what happens, won't we? I think we're actually gonna visit the legal den and grab a weapon of some sort. Never mind, I can't grab anything, so we're gonna grab Kyoko instead, so we can do 3 damage kicks. We're sitting on 42% Doom, so this is perfectly fine. In fact, we're also sitting on Thought Flash, so normally I would trade Reason for Doom there. We're Toshiaki, so we don't need to do that. Check them later. That's stamina loss, and then we have Cure as well. So if we don't have the time, if we can't rest because we're stuck in an event or an enemy, but we need healing, we have Cure. That's why I like Toshiaki so much. That's a luck check, but yeah, I don't believe in myself. Just outright. I think there's a human enemy I could have arrested, but hey, we're sitting here now. And then we have, we have Coma last, so hey, and then Protective Carving presenting its value here. However, it's still not going to be enough, so we might even need to cast Cure here. Unless can I do 3 in a row? No, because I keep thinking I have the book strap on me. I don't. So instead, can we even dodge into a kick? We can. And if I die due to the stamina bug here, the Tapeworm Salaryman is not bugged, but if I for some reason die, I'd be kind of surprised. But anywho, let's get out. We're not bleeding or anything, so we should be able to just keep walking forward boldly. But the moment our HP hits 0 or negative, we essentially just want to use Cure. But for the moment, we're okay. Time skip, that's fine. We still have 56% Doom and Thought Flash, which I should just use now. But let's see what happens. And yeah, funny enough, Cure does better than Sheb's. That's why Cure is the only other spell I usually like to use as I almost said Takushi-san. Toshiaki. And that's all I have to say. I could have grabbed funds there as well, but at this point, a weapon is pretty much a non-issue. That being said, I would like to pass some checks, but when the game rolls a 12, doesn't matter if I'm Toshiaki or if I'm, Aiko with 8 in all stats. It's just, this is the way we live. Let me just do this. So we might take a lot of Doom here, but for the most part, we'll be okay. Because we're Toshiaki. In fact, I'm just going to sit here and Thought Flash. Because he can't stop me. Indirectly, he's doing he's damaging experience, but yeah, we just want to lower Doom. And if we make it to the lighthouse, we should be perfectly fine. I'm not going to do that, though. Again, we have the Doom, we are Toshiaki, we have the power. And it looks like, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, even though I technically am right now. It looks like we're going to do this run well. It will take a freak accident on my part to bumble this run. In fact, I could grab painkillers right here, but it's too late because we're at the end of the mystery. And away we go. We get the 6th floor of the lighthouse, and we have 67% Doom minus anything I do for Thought Flash. In fact, I might even be able to Shebs here. Yeah, I can actually Shebs here. So, in the interest of fighting Takushi-san mano a mano, we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. And we should be just fine. We have Cure as well as a backup, but we won't be failing any of our checks, and if we do, we should have Doom, like, even if we're at 85% Doom, we can use Cure twice and survive. So, and then we can let go of Kyoko as well, but we don't need to do that either. So, I mean, we're already only taking one doom, so Tachi-san, this is your end, unless I miss every single kick forever. Yeah, and then I have handcuffs as well, so you're definitely... I mean, I could have even just Desperate Struggled here, but this is how lax I'm feeling as Toshiaki. Now stay there and think about what you've done, sir. But anywho. So yeah, that's STE. Just be cool and get a lot of good luck. I mean, that's not really good advice, but at the same time, you don't need to survive your run to get the STE achievement. I almost died there, by the way. I mean... Do I take that, by the way? Because we all know I would have survived. But for those who don't know anything of World of Horror, this is a win-win situation. Like, there's no way... I could die, but it would just be funny. Because I would just be doing it to myself. But, anywho, what we actually did was do STE. So, without further ado, we unlocked, the Witness Curse spell. And I will see you next time when we do the Blue Gem Mystery. And then we'll probably do one more where we use the bonus of this last achievement. And I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. If you want to support me, you can do so. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Bye!